Feels kind of weird doing a podcast in the daytime. Usually we do it later at night once we're off work. It's pretty late and dark.
It does.
Now you guys can check out our pretty spectacular view.
So we're gonna actually introduce ourselves today. You know, this is Christian. And we're here with
Your boy Kyler Noyan.
boy Kyle. This is Head Start Podcast, episode to
Doesn't
be
matter.
determined.
Just tune in.
Episode to be determined. So here we are. You clicked. So
Dude, I like
welcome
it.
in.
Yeah, welcome in.
Man, like you said, we usually don't do podcasts this early in the morning. It's kind of a nice change of pace.
It is kind of more, at least for me, it helps me not. I'm not all jittery. I'm all like relaxed and everything. So probably tune in to me not cutting people off all the time.
I'm gonna be the opposite because this is my third cup of coffee, and I'm off the hinges right now.
I like it. We can bring some French press over here eventually too.
Some French press.
Well, dude, now we're getting into shit. Supposedly, maybe another quarantine. Who knows? But I mean, I think you know, how, like the parks and everything closed down during like the beginning stages of all this, maybe the mid stages. I feel like a lot of people now are going to be trying to get outside and try to, I don't know, hike or camp or probably not any type of boating, maybe like kayaking or something like that.
Yeah, definitely. Try to do something outside of the normal for this time of year.
Yeah. Do you been on any hikes around here, or camp anywhere around here?
You know, being in Seattle for the last year, that's about the same timeline as the pandemic, unfortunately.
It's true. Yeah.
So I wasn't able to get to a lot of the parks, a lot of the trails that I would have liked to go on.
Mm-hmm.
So actually, I haven't been able to really experience any of that. Being just from the Oregon side of things, just south of Washington, I've definitely been on a lot of hikes over there. The Multnomah Falls area is super popular area for hikes, for trails, for camping. So I've been a lot over there, but haven't gotten a chance over here.
I feel you on that. Olympia doesn't really have that many. Well, I mean, near Olympia, they got a lot of hikes. Like we got like Mount Rainier and stuff. But I've never been there to hike, so.
Got like a lot of forests over there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys have any like mountain caps over there? Like anywhere that there's probably a lot more snow. Like any snow hiking. If I want to go snow hiking in this area,
Yeah, I mean, it
Where
just
would I go?
depends. Like, because we don't get a lot. I mean, there's this place called Capitol Forest that we'll go to, and like that's where we'll go and like shoot our guns. And most of the time during the winter,
boom, America.
it's pretty. It can get snowy once you get to the tops, but most of the time you can't really drive up there. You got to get like quads or like dirt bikes or some shit or enduros to go up there. But it's still cool. You can, and it's so large that there's certain spots I don't even know of that I'm sure we'll have it probably during like the whole winter time. But I feel like this winter it'll be a little bit tougher. Not tougher in terms of like finding snow. Like it's gonna be tougher. Like we're gonna have like some gnarly winters.
You think so?
Winter coming up, I think so.
See, right now, being in Pullman, where it's a little more desolate, it's a little more peaks and valleys type area.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot more snow over there, and the snow stays a lot. Since we're so close to the water in Seattle, I've never actually seen it really snow legitimately in Seattle.
Well, it gets
It rains a lot.
last winter it snowed a little bit. Nothing like too crazy, but obviously like it's a lot colder near a body of water, so it actually could snow here, and then or it could be snowing somewhere else, and then it could be too cold here to snow, so then it won't be snowing like within like a I don't know 10
Too
miles.
warm because it's not. It won't stay as cold up close to the water.
Mm-hmm.
It's also more.
So I mean, it's definitely a little bit like you could be downtown Seattle and it'll feel like warmer than it will like here, but that's also, I mean, that just goes with everything.
Yeah. Okay. So do quick little rundown. It's cold outside. All right. Things you can do to get outside. Hikes keeps you warm, keeps you going. You know, who knows? Make it a little challenge with you or your buddy. Something you could do. Or also, hot tub boat.
Ooh, I know.
Hot tub boats.
We talked about this in one of the previous podcasts too. We definitely got to get on that soon because we talked about it in the summertime though.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, but a hot tub in the summertime doesn't sound that good. to
Hot
me.
tub in the summertime sounds fucking hot.
But I feel like you could. I feel like you got to be able to adjust the heat on there or something.
I mean, probably.
There's no way it's just like a set temp.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go give an arm and a leg monetarily wise just to fucking
Right. No, I just mean like because
sweat
like
my ass off.
like my parents they have a hot tub at home, and the last one they had I think the gauge was off, but they said it's like 101, and my dad can just fucking hop right in, sit down totally fine. My mom's like puts a foot in.
101 is not hot for a hot tub.
No, I know, but I'm saying like so there has to be a way to adjust the temperature because so many people handle heat like that differently.
Yeah, that's true.
But we definitely gotta rock that. I know next weekend we're trying to hit the salt chamber.
Yeah, what is a salt chamber?
Salt chamber is pretty much a deprivation tank, and so
Sounds fun.
I've never, yeah, I know, right? I've never been to one, so I don't know what these tanks look like. But you pretty much go in. It's kind of filled with water enough to I don't know. I would say like probably 2, 3 feet deep. I wouldn't think anything crazy.
Yeah.
But they fill it with gallons of Epsom salt, and so you go in there, and it's just kind of I don't know, like a treatment place. So they say people that I've talked to have done it, and people who actually um, own deprivation tank businesses, they
Right,
say that
yeah.
you can kind of like trip from them because you're so relaxed, and the Epsom salt just there's so much in there that you can like float, and so it's just like your body is not moving at all, and you actually can go into like a deep state of mind and relax. So then I kind of see where like the trip kind of
No,
can come
definitely.
from.
It's definitely tricking your mind. It's like, to me, what it sounds like it would do is make you feel more like rejuvenated in the sense of like anxiety relief or
Yeah.
just like being able to calm your thoughts, your nerves. And actually, I got this from the internets of the web. It says that sensory deprivation, the point of it, the therapy is called restrictive environmental stimulation therapy. It's a dark, soundproof room.
Okay.
It's supposed to enhance your other sensories and it's supposed to give you a feeling of relief, like you said, relaxation. Just put it in simplistic terms, but
Yeah.
that's something I'm definitely trying to get on. I'm trying to just do anything outside the ordinary this winter
Yeah.
to keep me going. I got to get your vitamin D pills also. Stay up on those.
You been taking some?
Yeah.
You know how many you should take a day?
42. Over or under, plus or
No,
minus
no, no.
17.
Do you know how many IBUs you should take a day?
How many what?
IBUs of
No.
vitamin D?
No.
5,000.
5,000?
Mm-hmm. From Dr. Joe Rogan. I'm just cleaning my nails over here. Sorry. I'm just going in, but whatever.
You want to see me lick my ass on fucking podcasts? Dude, it keeps me clean.
No, dude. So they actually say I should stop saying they and just actually point out who actually is saying this. But
The fucking man.
Joe Rogan's had a lot of people on, and he has had doctors on too, and they've all advised that the average person, should just take 5,000 IBUs a day of vitamin D because like there's some absurd like 75% of the population is like deficient in vitamin D. But it makes sense because he's taking 5,000 IBUs living in Texas and California,
Yeah.
and look where we're at. It's rainy all the fucking time.
Yeah,
It's not
we're
sunny.
like, dude, I don't fucking like the sun.
So I think maybe more here, I would assume.
Yeah.
but
No, that's fair.
I don't know. I think it's more so just getting outside. Like,
Getting outside, being able to feel comfortable going outside. I feel like that's the best thing it inhibits.
yeah.
It just
Well,
makes
just
you more
boost-
prone to. Yeah, I said it boosts your energy.
Yeah, and just being outside boosts your immune system in so many different ways.
It does.
But also,
Mentally, physically.
now that there's potentially a vaccine for the coronavirus, you gonna get one?
I'm an anti-vaxxer, and I'm also a liar because I'm gonna get that shit. I'm gonna get IV running through my body of the vaccine when it comes out. I'm skeptical, of course,
You're not
because I feel like anyone, I deserve to be skeptical just for all the social situation surrounding
Mhm.
the vaccine. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's gonna help me as well as others if it becomes available, and also if it's something that is proven.
Right.
So.
I don't know if I will get that, but I feel like if I do, it's definitely not gonna be around when it comes out. I'm gonna let people test that real quick.
Oh
and
yeah,
then- and then
I'm gonna
I'll
let
find
people
it.
test it out.
Yeah.
For sure.
Call
Call up the homies, be like, bro, get your shots.
The
Get your
percentage
shots.
just shoots up. You're
Yeah.
like, I don't know about that one. I take vitamin D.
It's gonna dude.
Just IV some vitamin D in my body. We're good.
It's gonna be like a social setting type thing. Like you're gonna walk into a club, like you got your shot, and you're gonna have to have a tap right here.
You got your
And-
Band-Aid.
Yeah, you get branded every time. Like you get a vaccine, branded.
People have like sleeves of brands of their shots
Yeah,
instead of like tattoos.
All different mutations are like, I've got 28 shots. I'm good anywhere. So I'll
like
wait and
it.
see, but like I'm anticipating it for a lot of different reasons. But
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see.
Dude, we'll have to. I mean, obviously, people are gonna take caution, just kind of seclude themselves a little bit now, going into wintertime, less sun. But we should try and focus up and try and get some cabins going. Rent
Yeah,
some out. I mean, if
cabins
they're
would be
still
super
open,
fun.
obviously. I know there's some in Index Washington. I might have already touched on that. It's like
Yeah.
an hour and a half
Index cabin.
northeast,
Mhm.
and they have like a hot tub right on the river. Just like super cool, convenient. So it'd
That's
be
just
sweet.
an easy way, and also like a fairly inexpensive way if you split it with
Yeah.
friends or family and really get out there. And it's also a good in between in the sense of it's not quite camping and but fuck nowhere if you don't have the tools or the motivation or the access to it.
Would you go camping?
Would I go camping?
Like in a tent?
It's a loaded question.
Yeah, it's real.
I've gone camping before,
Mhm.
but you know, I'm a city slicker. But I would definitely go. I mean, I'm definitely going to experience it, but take it at face value. I'm not someone that's afraid
Right.
to go camping.
They
I'm
don't
not
know,
like, oh, there's cougars outside.
surprisingly, a lot of people are. I mean, granted, a lot of people, when they camping could mean so many different things. Like, you could mean like a campsite that's a public state park, and you're like, yeah, I camp all the time. And then there's people who like camp, and they're like in the fucking woods, and they just like
Yeah.
chop all their wood down to get all of their fire. They like build shelters out of the environment that they're in. So there's definitely different ways around it. But then my
Yeah.
mom, she is a glamper, so she's a
Oh,
straight
she's
fifth
a
wheel.
glamper. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I've glammed.
Oh, I do it all the time. with my
Glammers
parents.
camping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My-
That's a cabin vibe.
Yeah, I know. My
Like, I have cable. It's not camping. You have cable and you have a DVR set up. Not
Dude.
camping. That's when you know
Yeah, I
you're
know.
on a glamp.
I know. Well, I don't even think those cabins have that shit, which is good. 'cause,
Yeah,
I
no, they
mean,
probably
that's the time to like tune out and everything.
Yeah.
They got a river right next to it though, so I'll show you how to fish.
Oh,
We'll,
yeah?
We'll go straight barbaric.
I know how to fish.
Well, that's yeah.
I'm not good at it,
We
though.
will fish.
Yeah, yeah.
There we go. Let me rephrase my statement there.
The spear and shit. Is that how you fish still? Is that what you
Yeah,
fish?
so like I use a flashlight in the dark and I shine it around, and as soon as I see it, I just fucking break out, jump in the water, and spear him.
You see some refraction in the water, you're like, that salmon's dying.
No, dude, I've always wanted to bowfish. So have you ever heard of that?
I haven't.
Have you heard of it though?
Yeah.
Dude, that would be kind of sick. But
That'd be hard.
I feel like that'd be such a. You gotta be in such like a specific area where you can actually see through the water. It's gotta be shallow enough.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We got some stuff we can plan. Oh, we can talk about to the guests too, or the audience whenever they listen, tune in. Once we do something, we're gonna try and do something we haven't done. Maybe. We'll make it a challenge. Do like once a week. We'll find time for it, and we'll kind of tell you guys what we did and how we liked it, and maybe you guys can end up doing that shit too.
Yeah. Let you know how it went down. Any funny little excerpts from the stories.
Yeah, I'm sure we can make it comical.
I have an idea for actually a story that I wanted to run by you, Kyler, if you don't mind. That I want to share with the audience too.
You sound so fucking proper. I'm just sitting here chewing my nails. You can clearly tell we went to school over here.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, so here's my idea. We go to the salt deprivation tank. Okay? So we're in the salt deprivation tank.
Do we take 1 or 2 tabs of acid?
3.
Okay.
Yeah. So 3 tabs of acid, whatever that's gonna feel like. Not quite sure. So Kyler's probably shitting his pants in there. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a bag of spiders, and then we're gonna dump it in Kyler's tank, and then we're gonna record it.
All I can imagine is walking in.
That's the whole idea.
All I can, you know, like a bank vault where they have like the fucking wheel that you spin to close it and lock it. I can just imagine walking into this dark ass
You're
thing,
like,
and the
"See you
chick
in 3
behind you or the
hours."
person behind you is like, "See you in an hour," just and just spins it, and I'll be like, "I'm terrified right now."
The whole time Kyler's just like, "Can I get a safe word? Can I get a safe word?" And they're like, "See you in 3 hours." He's like, "Pineapple."
No, dude, I actually think they do it for like an hour, but
Yeah.
I've seen people do that and then go into I don't even know what an infrared hot tub or infrared sauna is, but I've seen people go into
Infrared sauna.
a deprivation tank, and then they go into an infrared sauna, and it's literally called infrared therapy. And also, that's off Wikipedia, so we're gonna find something way.
What does an
better.
infrared sauna do?
I mean, so this is taken from Wikipedia, so take it with a grain of salt. But it says infrared therapy uses infrared heaters to emit infrared light experienced as radiant heat, which is absorbed by the surface of the skin. Saunas heat the body primarily by conduction and convection from the heated air and by radiation of the heated surfaces in the sauna room. Because of this, infrared therapy is not considered a sauna by Finnish sauna societies. It's a respectively, it's a methodology.
You're
wow.
a meth head.
And terminology and
Yeah.
application of the infrared. So I'm assuming,
Mhm.
so you think of a normal sauna, you think it's like the heat that they're pumping out of this little unit on the side.
Right.
I would assume your body just reacts to the infrared differently because it's emitting like the infrared light, and it's probably, I mean, I don't know if they have it like, you don't have an infrared sauna like that unit that you see in a normal sauna. Maybe it just is coming out of like the walls or something because they have it behind. But I love
Gotcha.
saunas.
No, I do too.
Dude,
I've
makes you
always
feel so
said
good.
when I buy a house, I'm gonna have a sauna because I'm gonna be like not like super broke, but I'm not gonna be filthy rich. Most likely, I'm actually gonna be rich. Surprise! But I've always said I can definitely afford a sauna in my house. And saunas are the most clutch thing to have. I just want a sauna and a hot tub.
Dude, mentally, it like clears you up significantly.
Oh yeah, dude. I remember when I was in college, I used to hit the sauna every day after
Yup.
after a jog, after going like play some basketball. God damn, that's rejuvenating.
But it was always funny. I don't know if you felt the same way, but like when you hit a tough workout and you go sit in the sauna, you feel like shit.
Yeah,
As soon
it's
as you
literally
leave for like
draining you.
20 minutes, like you leave the sauna after 15, 30 minutes, however long you're in there, for like the 15, 20 minutes after you leave the sauna, you feel like ass, and you get home, take a shower, you get out, and you're like, I feel fantastic. Let's go.
You feel great, and you're like
Yeah.
you're like kind of still like you get out, you start cooking dinner, you're still kind of a little bit shaky. You're like,
Yeah.
man, my heart rate is still through the fucking roof.
I know.
I've hit the sauna before after a workout, and I swear to God, I get out, I get to my car. I'm in a parallel parking spot, and I just decided to just sit there for about 10 minutes and just drink a bottle of water. I swear, people were walking past me, and I'm like, I'm dying in here.
Dude, it
I'm dying
kind of
in this
gives you
car.
like, not a perspective, but like, I feel like you're so appreciative of just like sitting there doing nothing afterwards. Like,
Dude,
how
yeah.
many times have you had that car water bottle or that car? Let me finish this last song and just sit there and do nothing.
So many
And
times.
just stare out.
I just stare.
And just think about these people walking by, wondering what the fuck this guy's
I don't
doing
give a
sitting in his
fuck.
car.
I could
know.
not give one fuck.
Well, dude, I used to be a lot more nervous and shy in high school, but I think also moving to, I mean, obviously I don't think I'm like that now.
Yeah.
I think you could probably vouch for that.
Shy guy.
But I think living in Seattle has almost helped too, because there's so many more people that I could think that would be there to judge me. But I'm like, I don't know who any of these people are, so why would I let their thoughts just like ruin me? But
Yeah.
that's also a lot of people do with that,
That's so true.
which is unfortunate. But that's why people have dogs. Because they're like, well, this
There it
guy's
is.
fucking weird. Oh, you have a dog? Hey, what's up? I was like, your
Dude.
dog is so pretty. Can I pet him?
That actually that happens. So I work at a bar on the weekends, and it's a super dog friendly, pet friendly like facility. And I swear to God, there's so many people that without the dog, they'd probably be weirdos.
Yeah.
But you get that fucking little pit bull, or
Animals
that
are
little Boston Terrier,
Yeah.
or what is it, a pug? Someone
Mhm.
came in with a pug named Pickles, and I swear to God, the human that was attached to Pickles was a square, but Pickles was a man. Pickles was a man. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just hoping that I'm gonna get a dog, and that people will like me.
Dude, pugs are ugly.
Dude, pugs are not ugly, dude. Okay, they're ugly as hell, but they're so cute.
I just don't like small. I worked at the veterinary center at WCU,
Gotcha.
and those little dogs, dude. I just wanted to kick them across the
ankle
hallway.
biters?
Yeah.
You're like, okay, be a real dog, then come talk to me.
Hmm. Dude, I actually
Get the rat
transported.
veterinary.
I transported a pet turtle when I worked there. I was like, I didn't even know you could have one.
So you peaked in college, is what you're saying?
Yeah. They whenever I signed up for applied for my new job that I have now, they were like, "What's the best accomplishment you've had?" I was like, "I actually transported a pet turtle to a surgical table." And they were just like, "Holy shit, is
What
this
happened?
Batman, dude? Let's go!" And I was like, "Let's hire this guy on the spot." And so here we are, a year later.
You're like, yeah, he got stabbed and then needed some surgery.
Yeah.
So I was in the fucking pet ICU basically. I got good experience.
Yeah, dude, I can't. I think the next place I move to out of this place is definitely going to be big enough to where I can have a dog, and
Oh,
actually
yeah.
be able to have a damn dog.
Yeah.
I just hate seeing like,
You don't want to kind of half-ass it and get
Yeah.
like a smaller dog, and then
right.
you're stuck with his fucking Pickles.
Yeah, dude, and even people who like Pickles is the fucking name.
Pickles is now a
That's
code
the
name for
na-
small dogs.
It's the name of the game.
We don't fuck with no Pickles, alright?
Dude, I'd get a Great Dane though.
You're fucking insane. That Great Dane would walk you, sir.
I mean, I guess. I think that'd be fun.
It would be a fun
They're
dog.
fucking. I used to think they were terrifying. Then I worked with them. And I was like, "You guys are sausages." And then
They
you look
are
at a pug,
sausages.
and I'm like, "You are on fucking steroids or something."
Great Danes are
dog."
sausages, but just their paws are so big.
Yeah, like if this dog fucking laid on me, I might die.
Yeah.
I can suffocate, but it's all right.
So at least when you walk on the street, you'd be safe now.
Yeah, right. Dude, I remember me and our buddy Gregor. We went and walked his dog Bella. And I don't know if it's a mix or
She's
just,
a pit bull, primary
so-
mix, mutt mix.
we were walking, and obviously they're very standoffish, and we were coming up around this corner. It's probably like 10 o'clock at night. So, I mean, me and Greg aren't like the smallest dudes, and I can already imagine that the way that I look in my face is not very easily approachable. So like at night, these two tall dudes are just walking this pit bull, and then like this tiny ass dog across the street comes walking by, and Bella, his dog, is
Was
just
a dog with a human?
yeah.
Okay.
And Bella was just like, and like sticks her chest out, just like what pit bulls do. And then all of a sudden, I was just like, am I bad for wanting to see something happen?
You're like, why do I feel like I'm transforming into Michael Vick?
I was like, I'm fucking transforming into a dog. I'm just I start barking at the dog too, and the person's like, "This kid's on crack."
This kid's on crack.
Yeah.
He must have went to a sleep deprivation chamber recently.
Yeah. You're like, "Are you on drugs?" I'm like, "No, baby, just an hour's deprivation tank."
Long story short,
Dogs, fuck.
we don't want no pickles around here.
No, we don't deal with that.
Couldn't think of the word.
Yeah, pickles is interesting. Well, I guess.
I can't wait to see that rewind of Kyler barking into the mic.
I don't want that to peak.
Hey Kyler, hit that bark one more time. This is Kyler.
That's gonna be aggressively loud, but it's alright.
That's gonna be so loud.
It's alright. What kind of dog would you, or what kind of animal? I just see you getting a dog, probably. Yeah. What kind of dog would you get? We could. Okay, so I think I would get like a German Shepherd.
I can't.
I'd get a German Shepherd named Peanut Butter. I'd get a Great Dane called fucking Squash. Oh, that's clever because it could fucking literally squash you. But I was just thinking like the veggie.
Great Dane
dude,
Squash.
actually, now that I'm
that.
thinking about food, last time we ended an episode, we were going to find out if coconuts were mammals. So, I mean, irrelevant, but not at the same time.
Coconuts are clearly not mammals. That's all I have to say about that.
I mean, I don't think so either. It's just who looks that up.
That's like being like, are melons actually tits?
Oh.
No, they're not.
So I guess the reasoning behind this is because since mammals produce milk and have hair, the coconut must be one. So, Neatorama, 2019, coming at you.
God damn it.
Yeah, what kind of dog would you get though? Or pets just in general?
Let me look up best dog breeds. I honestly really like pit bull labs, like a lab pit mix, like a gray lab pit with a blue eye. It's like an $800 dog, but they're pretty adorable. I really am a fan of pit bulls though, as well.
Yeah. My growing up, my family had 2 labs. I think I'm a lab guy. Or having the German Shepherd in college was pretty enjoyable too. I'd say probably a lab, German Shepherd, or golden retriever. But golden retrievers like the go-to white person dog to get. I feel like.
Yeah, golden retrievers are definitely the go-to. Black labs are pretty awesome too.
Yeah, that's what we had. Dude, and then we had a chocolate lab we got him probably a month old. No, not a month old. You get them like when they're 6 weeks old. So this dog was probably 3 months old. And since sometimes we'll get like coyotes in our neighborhood, so like we don't want to put this dog outside, so we put it in the kennel inside of my parents' garage. And the dog would just bark. Obviously, puppies will just bark all the time. And our neighbors ended up calling the cops on us like several times.
Because
They're
like,
like, the dog is barking too loud. I'm like, are you deaf? Do you not hear your dog all the time? They sit in the back and they just squeak a squeaky toy every day, and the dog will just, every time I'm outside, I hear it barking, and I'm just like, how is this working? I was like, if your dog's doing that and our dog's doing the same thing, I'm like, it's not gonna be like this for the rest of your life. Put some fucking earplugs in. I don't know.
People have dogs. That's why you live
And
in a suburb or something, because you want that freedom to be able to do shit like that.
I know. That's why I'm like, okay, let me live in a rural area.
Community Nazis.
Yeah.
People that are just so fucking have shit so up their ass. That's why I don't want to live with someone without having an HOA.
All HOAs
They can be good if like you
are
have young
pretty
kids,
shit.
but yeah, no, they're shit. My dad sits on the council for it, and he says the shit he deals with. So, when he moved into his house, the next door neighbor, the grass was all dead or whatever. So these motherfuckers, they asked the HOA to put in new grass because when they bought the house, it was shitty grass. But instead, they denied it, so they put turf in their front yard.
Oh my god.
So it's this nice ass suburb, and they have field turf in their front yard. It's the best thing ever.
It reminds me of like, I don't know, like Vegas or somewhere where Arizona where the grass would be dead and they all have turf.
Yeah,
I remember
they
when I
all have
first
turf.
saw that, I was like, what?
I saw that and I was like, wait, I was like, it doesn't rain here. I was like, oh, that makes sense then.
Dude, honestly, I was like in middle school when I went there for the first time. I was like, I didn't know that was a thing. I was like, this looks so weird because growing up, we're playing sports. We used to like football or soccer, being on a field, and you see it in someone's backyard. You're like, what? You don't have to mow that ever?
Yeah, so like, so what do you do? How do you fertilize it? How do you keep it green? You
like how much time do you have now when you don't have real grass? That's funny. Yeah, dude, I'm pretty excited to have a dog, but I'm definitely not gonna feed it that dog food shit. I'm gonna give it like actual raw meat. It's gonna be a tough son of a bitch.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
You're gonna afford it?
Yeah. I'm not gonna get a dog if I can't afford it.
Are you gonna walk your dog as well? Like, do you plan on? Like,
dude, I'll run with him.
Okay, so dogs that eat raw meat have nasty shits. So you're on a run and your dog is just blowing up the ground because you gave him some fucking steak. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I've just seen too many dogs get fed dog food all the time, and I mean, I'd rather deal with having the dog have smelly shits if he's living a better life and he's healthier. And then next time I shit, I'll have him clean up mine. I'm not too worried about it. I don't know. I mean, maybe when I start doing it, I'll be like, damn, this is foul. But I'll be like hyped because in my mind, treating him better, and I also think he would be better just from not eating like kibble.
Yeah. Okay. So my question with that is, so the money behind it, of course, but are there like legitimate science benefits to that? Like actual like proven benefits? Like, why do you want to feed your dog real food? And also, what about like the pet budget? Because I'm personally, I might get ridiculed for this. I'm not someone that plans to spend $20,000 on, like, if my dog has a bad liver, I'm like, sorry, buddy. I mean, maybe that'll change with time, but maybe I'm a monster for that.
I mean, I guess to back up what I'm saying, the only thing I'm going off of is hearing other people talk who give their dogs raw meat, veggies, like potatoes, starches, whatever, as opposed to I just hear bad. I mean, there's also, I don't even know what you want to call it, the kibbles, whatever you want to call that.
Yeah.
Of course, there's probably better kinds out there. I just know there's so many who have so many ingredients in them.
It's just complete shit.
Yeah, so it's like,
dog food. Yeah, no, I get that.
I would think that if I'm giving him something raw, or the dog something raw, as opposed to something that's been conformed into a tiny little compressed nugget.
It's like it's chicken.
I'll be like, I mean, I might as well just pay more money. I don't know.
No, I get what you're saying.
I've also grown up with dogs, and so I just see it for not what it is. I'm seeing how good I feel taking care of myself, so I would love to take care of the dog the same way, if not better, because, I mean, I think it would just be fun. And then he could kick my ass and working out too and make me want to push harder.
Yeah, no, definitely. All right, so you're off trial now. You passed.
All right, thanks. I like
it. On trial for your dog.
But also, like, I wouldn't get one if I couldn't afford all that.
Yeah,
so it's like,
if I don't have the time, effort, money, and energy, probably not gonna do it. But when I do and I have the ability, oh yeah.
But at the same time too, like, I would adopt for sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it'd be hard to change a dog's palate from the kibble to like raw ass meat.
I don't know, because I get what you're saying. Like, I know what you're saying.
Because then also,
it'd be a hard transition for their body.
I don't want to I don't like. I mean, granted, you always want your dog just sitting there looking at you when you're eating your food, and you're like, I might as well just throw this over there for you, or whatever.
Yeah.
If I give him like real food or something, he may not. Dogs eat all the time. He may just want to keep doing that, but I'm like, I would feel better saying like, oh, here's your meat, potatoes, and veggies, as opposed to here's your 100 pieces of fucking compressed dog food that you can eat.
Like,
chicken
why do you want
flavored.
my food?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, I get that too. But dogs are gonna fucking beg. But anyway.
Right.
So, with a lot of states reversing course as far as the way they're handling the pandemic, in the sense of like businesses opening, packages, stimulus packages. Thanksgiving's right around the corner next week, actually.
Yeah, man.
What do you think about people advising not to go home? Are you planning to go home? Like, do you feel like there's a lot of exceptions with the risk involved with COVID? Because I feel like it's always, individually as a community, we can't do this, that, and the other thing. But if you have any type of fame, publicity, it's like, do whatever the fuck you want.
Right.
Do you feel like that's true, or do you feel like we should stick to small gatherings? Because, I mean, obviously, a lot of people aren't having the same gatherings in the sense of numbers that they're having, but they're still doing stuff.
I mean, long story short, my standpoint on the whole thing is like, so yes, one, to answer your questions, I'm going home, but we usually have my oldest sister and her family come over, and my grandparents and my aunt come over. We're not doing that anymore, so now it's just going to be me, my mom, and my dad. It's just going to be a normal dinner when I go visit them. It's just going to be. We can make it like a fun little thing because this is a rare thing to happen, so you might as well enjoy it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. So if someone wants to have a large gathering of people, uh, like I don't want to say like I think you can because like my mindset on the mask is I'm gonna wear it, but if you want to, um, if you think your rights are being kind of fucked with, that's reasonable. I think you just heard that burp. I apologize. But with your rights kind of being fucked with in some individuals' minds, it's trying to think of these words correctly.
You're like, can't fuck this one up.
I know. So like, okay, I, I go outside and when I run, I don't wear a mask, but I see people running past me and they put their mask up when they run past me. So now I can do that, but I don't. But I'll because I'm running past them for a millisecond, whatever.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same. It's
So
like you're in an inner close area with them.
right, and
Closed air.
so when my thought process is kind of changing is because I'm like, if people want to have a huge gathering, go for it. And then I start thinking about, okay, what if they leave and they all go to their own different cities wherever they're at. It could be like Seattle, Portland, Olympia. After they all met at the same place, they can transfer it that way. But I'm like, if you want to protect yourself, just do as much as you can to protect yourself. And if you see a bunch of people not wearing a mask, my thought's just like, then leave.
Yeah.
Like, don't go. If you go to this Thanksgiving party that you normally always have and you see people not wearing masks and you're not comfortable with it, like, don't tell them to put a fucking mask on and do shit this way. Why don't you just remove yourself from the situation? But, like, everyone likes being involved in some type of dramatic scenario. That always makes something bigger than what it is.
No, that's fair. I get what you're saying.
So I don't know if that answered your question fully, but I'm going home. But it's going to be a lot smaller than it was.
Grandma killer.
Dude.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I know exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a touchy subject, though.
You have to keep it personal to you.
Right.
That's my opinion on it.
Mm.
So I don't even honestly want to expand on that very much.
Right.
Because, like you said, it's kind of everyone's individual preference, and if you're around people that feel a certain way, then you should feel more than obliged to do it that way.
Right.
But
Are you going
home? I'm still pretty up in the air. I think I am, but it's just gonna be a small gathering as well. My girlfriend and I we're gonna get COVID tests on Monday, just because my grandma wants to come over, and then my mom and dad are gonna get COVID tests as well, because my grandparents don't do anything. We haven't seen them in a while, so I think we're gonna do that so then they can come over, and so that's why I'm just trying to keep it super only like immediate contact, or trying to be as safe as I can about it. Like I'm not gonna go over to the boy's house.
Right.
Like that, but
See, that's like that goes off what I was saying too, is because like you're taking the necessary steps to protect yourself, which also protects other people.
right.
It's when they just kind of go in and just like, fuck it, fuck this, fuck that. You're infringing my rights. Like I understand all sides.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Cause I
do
know
what's
when I
best
wear a
for
mask
yourself.
on either
Right.
side.
Right.
It's not like fucking. I wake up in the morning and I'm like, I can't wait to put this mask on and go outside. But it's like, you know, you
Right.
do certain things because it makes people feel comfortable, and also just trying to like behave yourself in a way that's appropriate. But like I said, that's everyone's personal decision. So, especially at this point in the game with the pandemic, I know a lot of people on both sides, people that were always anti-mask and then people that were all for masks. People are just fucking getting tired of
yeah, that's
the
real.
lack of everything. But at the same time, you know, gotta stay the course. Whatever that means to you. I'm gonna speak in vague terms only because it covers my ass.
Smart man.
But yeah.
I don't know. It's cool. I mean, granted, the person I am today, I could have never reached this person if this shit didn't happen. Like,
Yeah.
you probably have more. A lot of people might have more self-confidence, self-love, like appreciate something right now as opposed to loving something that what was like a family member or something.
Yeah.
If that statement made sense. They're more like living in the present. I would think from a bigger standpoint perspective, but I don't know. It'll be cool. I think a lot of people are probably doing some stuff too that they've never really done before. Like I really want to get. I think rock climbing would be kind of sick. I mean, I 100% need to lose more weight to
But
be able to.
I would need to lose some weight because I feel like that's something you want to be nimble,
Right.
and flexible for.
But even just like I don't know, going to a rock climbing wall at the gym like doesn't sound like the greatest thing, but like it's just doing new shit outside. Like you could start rock climbing, you could start scuba diving, and then all of a sudden like you're like, holy shit, I just found
Yeah.
like a calling or
Like a
something.
real passion for
Yeah,
it.
and so it's like you just gotta do the shit and don't let something limit you and be like us saying, oh, we're too heavy to rock climb. Now, theoretically, probably, but like you could just do it, and
You
then
could
you're
just
like,
send it, and
and
it's
then
like-
once you do it once, after you put aside that you think you're this way, you could like doing it, and then you could start losing weight 10 times faster because you're like, I want to do this fucking 24 hours a day.
So true.
But
Damn, it's the mindset.
dude, it is.
I feel like
Mindset
a
controls
huge-
everything.
Dude, no, for real. I feel like it's a huge thing about you have to accept your flaws. You don't necessarily have to embrace them because you want to get rid of vices all the time. But I feel like
I think it comes with embracing them too, though.
yeah, I feel like to a certain standpoint it does.
like if you're embracing like body positivity, like I get that. That's one thing. Like I should be happy in my own skin. You're right. But then when you, I don't know, put into like the mindset of I feel like my hair looks fucking ugly, and you're like, okay, like relax.
Yeah,
just,
settle down, bud.
Just either change it or like embrace it. I mean, that's
Yeah,
irrelevant.
in that sense.
So it's like something that is like small on like, and then something on like a larger scale too.
Yeah, because some things take critical thinking. Like if your hair's fucked
Right.
up, fucking change it or
Right.
whatever. But I get that. It's not. Just,
You can obviously
it's not
do,
black and white.
You can obviously do that a lot quicker than like changing your weight too, like
Yeah.
healthily.
Yeah.
But dude, what I have been seeing though too, so when's the last time we went to like a Home Depot or like a hardware store?
Probably when I was in West Seattle, so probably a few months ago.
You ever see how on
Home
the
Depots pop off during the pandemic, by the way.
dude,
They pop
it was
off.
insane. Everyone's doing that home
Everyone's like
hardware.
DIY,
Yeah.
DIY.
Most of those, or at least the ones I've been to, the hardware shops, they always have like tiny little sheds that are on the side.
Yep.
It was like Tough Shed or something like that. I always thought those were cool, but I've seen people actually make one of those and kind of make like a tiny little home out of it. I think that would actually be like kind of sick if you were just like you had some property or something and you're like, I don't know.
Dude, on the side of my house at back home, my dad built because all the sheds come in with certain sizes. Like you have to put even when the ones you assemble yourself, like the Tough Sheds, they only come in certain sizes and
Right.
shapes. And he needed something that was probably 8 feet wide and probably 24 feet long. So it's like you're not gonna find those dimensions. So he actually built himself like a little storage area, and like it literally feels like a home in there. And then the plan is once he is able to clear shit out, he's gonna make it his little man cave. And I'm like, that's so dope, and it's so well put together. But that's something that I'm definitely gonna do at some point.
I also
DIY.
You feel better like just building whatever it is that you're doing because also you learn the flaws of why this like fixture just collapsed after only a year or two, as opposed to just put this corner here, and you're like, there's nothing. I mean, there's also nothing fun
It's
to that in our
different.
minds,
Nothing fun to that.
and it gives you a reason to drink beer and build shit.
Yeah.
So if
I saw my dad's design plans, and it's like literally on,
like a CAD
paper,
sheet.
rule paper.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm like, you try to get after it.
Yeah, no, that's what's up.
Do his best.
Did you ever help your dad when you were younger, just kind of building like miscellaneous items?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I was always the kid that, well, I'm not the only one. I know a lot of people out there are doing that, but I was always the one that tried to help my dad, but I would just hold the fucking flashlight for him when he fixed everything on cars. And I'm like, look, I'm doing something.
Yeah.
And then
So
all
what
of a
are we
sudden,
doing? He's like, well, we're taking out the heating fan and we're gonna
Right.
change the timing belt. And I'm like, oh yeah, cool, bro.
yeah, and then I finally had to like do something myself, and I was like, what the fuck is that?
Then he asked me to change my oil myself, and the oil got on me. I was like, no.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That shit gets messy.
It does, dude.
You know what cleans it up really well?
What?
Catnip.
Dude, that's true.
On your
It soaks
garage floor,
everything up,
yeah.
Well, I mean, we have an oil pan, but you're bound to spill
Oh,
something.
dude, I've changed countless of just like my parents' cars with my
Yeah.
dad and just my own. I probably have not spilled like once. It's so hard to not
It
spill.
is, yeah.
I just do it all
Because
the
when
time.
you take it off, like you're trying to just fucking yank it off.
Yeah.
And so it's always like you're never gonna be able to time it
Just
perfectly. Yeah.
expands out.
You're like sick.
Right. Well, dude, do you
Tastes like chocolate. What?
Yeah. I mean, but it's also just like doing the stuff that is not easy.
Yeah.
It'd be easy just to get someone to do it for you. Easy to have someone build up the shed that you want, but like
That's-
same. I don't know. It's the same with like maybe you can like read or something and get something out of reading that you're like, oh, I'm gonna read this book about. Like there's a book I'm trying to read. And it's called Chaos, and it's Manson, Charles Manson,
Charles Manson.
and like being
story.
drugged up on LSD during the '60s with like the government. So like I think that'd be cool. But it's like you can get something out of each book that you want to read, and it could be like, oh, I never thought about something like that, or I never thought of doing that. Maybe I can do that because it's something new. So
Yep.
it's like a trickle effect. If you do one new thing, you might get something out of it to do another new thing, and so on.
No, yeah, I actually was reading up on, or maybe I saw it was a documentary or an interview of some sort. Can't remember the guy who was being interviewed or anything like that, but the takeaway from it was if you expose yourself to more ideas, more experiences, like you said, I mean, it's the pandemic right now. Like, you're gonna be at home more. Do things do it yourself, or like you said, read a book. And what that allows you to do when you expose yourself to more new things is it opens up doors in your mind to get to certain places that you haven't seen. And so I feel like it helps you be more visionary in the sense of like if you're opening up more creative pathways in your mind, there's no harm that can do. It's time consuming, it's fulfillment, and it's also more knowledge, and that's more power. So
Knowledge
I don't
is
know.
power.
Dude, I just came up with that right now.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Knowledge
like
is
it.
power.
Mm-hmm.
I should copyright that.
Get that tattoo. On
Head Start Podcast. Knowledge is power, and you're a pussy.
You heard it here first.
Is that good?
I think so.
Cool. All right. Well, we could. Want to wrap it up?
Yeah, we can wrap it up. It's a quick little episode today, but I mean, what the general consensus of the whole episode was just don't lay on your deathbed with untapped potential. Experiment and explore a bunch of different things you never thought you'd see yourself doing, and maybe you can find a calling in each.
What time
One
are
of
we
those
at right
things.
now? It hasn't been short. We can keep going.
I don't know. Why don't we go one of these?
It says it's been 1,265 bars.
Pull up.
That's the official unit.
So, what we're looking at is
No, those aren't seconds. Bars are not seconds.
no. Well,
All right.
does that now look relatively similar?
One. We don't know.
I
Let's
don't know.
just hit one more topic and then
Yeah,
we'll wrap it up. So what do you guys want to hear about?
definitely not fucking coconuts or mammals.
Coconuts are not mammals. We can confirm this. Tomatoes are fruits or vegetables. It just depends on your opinion, really. And the dress was blue, not white or yellow. No, white. Is that the? You know what I'm talking
What
about?
color do you think it is? Blue and black?
Blue and black or blue? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Or like there's too many of those, but that's not what we're gonna
You don't know what
talk
we're talking about? Then
Yeah.
you're just gonna be outside of the loop on this
I
one.
know, dude. Dude, how about the Seahawks though last night?
Dude, football,
Or
football.
2 nights ago. Whoops, my bad.
American football. It was a good game.
It was, dude, we are dealing with some brutal injury. I swear to God, we are the team that's known for just all these injuries.
Well, I feel like this year specifically. Well, first of all, we're always a team that gets injured a lot. I feel like.
Right.
And then also just with the lack of preparation, lack of like time to get ready.
Mhm.
People's bodies were not ready for that smoke.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I was just reading this. There's Black Panther 2 will begin filming in July 2021. That would be kind of sick. I haven't seen the first one.
Homeboy passed away.
But, I mean, do you think that they would, like, do it as, like, a remembrance?
Like a memorial to it.
Yeah, like because
definitely.
didn't they do that? Well, I was gonna say Fast and Furious, but they made like 1,000, so never mind.
For Paul
Walker.
Paul Walker.
Yeah, they did one, but I meant like this Black Panther. I feel like they would probably end it after this next one for a memorial. But
Real quick, all right, we can wrap it up, but I do want to say this. If you want to know, if you're like sitting out there, you know, and you're just ever wake up in the morning and you go, man, I'm white, but I don't really have any black friends. Black people I don't quite understand. Go watch Fast and Furious and take some lessons from Paul Walker. He's the man.
fucking heard it here first.
All right. Well,
We're gonna.
this has been a head start.
Yeah, it was. I mean, you guys will get a. This is gonna come out. We're gonna change our episode dates to Tuesday now. By the way, so
Yeah,
we'll actually
Tuesday's
start
the
it
day.
Tuesday at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. My apologies. And yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
be
we'll
like
see.
Paul Walker.
you like Paul Walker, that's it.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Thanks, guys.